My workshop was all about how to put production into the hands of students themselves and what happens when you do that. So I brought in video cameras and tape and some tripods, and I had a ready-made script, and I put it in the hands of some people who are either already teaching in the classroom or about to be teaching in the classroom, and said, go and produce the first page of the script. And that's what they did. They went out and around. I had it set up so they had to leave the actual seminar room and go out there and produce something, and by doing so, of course, experience what their students would experience and start to understand the concept of, well, there's time restrictions, there's things that will happen, once you get the camera, you have to work in a group, the collaborative process, some groups were back sooner than other groups, all of that. And then, of course, we were then able to watch their work immediately too and talk about the language of film, right? And the fact that I had provided them with the language in their script, so they had to get close-ups and long shots and do all the different movements of the camera and all of that. And we were able to just talk about how to implement that within the classroom setting. I'm teaching, first of all, I'm teaching at the secondary school level, and I'm teaching a highly multicultural population. Many of them are new to the country within the last 5 years. So the big thoughts, we really rarely get that far.
Audience? Is it audience or?
So it's really just a matter of learning how to be a more intelligent consumer of media products, right? And reader of media products. So again, through producing, through making them themselves, they're able to start understanding how they themselves as an audience are somebody else's captive audience, and that these things are constructed and how they're constructed by somebody else, so that they can get across the viewpoint that they want them to get.
That's pretty critical. Yeah.
But again, I can't necessarily use those terms with them, but they are in so doing what I'm practicing in the class with them, they're able to, through producing their own, understand how other people are producing those messages for them. The teacher never really knows how much the student has taken away with them. So you evaluate their work and you hope that they aren't just spitting back the same things you told them, because they want to please the teacher, and how much of it, is their own now thought process. But again, I think even if I guess my feeling is that even if they are at this point just spitting back what I've told them, the point is it's still there and it's in their consciousness. And later, when they mature a little bit more, or they're in an environment outside of the classroom, those concepts that they spit back to me will now be embedded in their brain and will now use those concepts for their own critical thinking.